to our first hoops video of the year. And whatever happened in 2021, it's in the past now. This is a brand new year, brand new Wilson be balling. And with that said, I formally want to apologize to anyone that, that our friendship was messed up because of arguments and stuff back in 2021. And I promise to do better if given a second chance. If you guys want to add my Discord, it will be in the pinned comment section along with other information. With that being said, let's go on with our first tip. Now, I'm only giving out 6 tips in this entire video, so listen well and pay attention. Alright, so let's start with tip number 1. This is what I nicknamed, don't make excuse, own them before you can make them. Listen, everybody makes mistakes, right? You gotta learn that at some point, even if you're the best at something. I found out the hard way on what that means, but I found a counter to it. If you make a mistake, everybody on that team shouldn't be complaining to one guy for missing one shot of the game. What you should be telling him is to make up for his mistake that he made. Everybody's not some goddamn entity that's expected to do perfect every single time. You're gonna end up making mistakes, whether it be you or your team, right? But the best thing you can possibly do, which might end up helping you win that game, is the mindset of what you go forward using. If you tell your teammate, oh, it's okay, don't worry about it, we'll get another chance, most likely there's going to be another chance if you say that. And on top of that, a bonus, you won't end up getting into an argument about who sold because of some person calling you out. Nobody likes being called out, especially by some person that they think in their own mind and personal opinion that they are better than. If you keep losing with that team and you keep calling them trash, then simply upgrade them, which is tip number 2. Listen, if your team that you've been running with for, let's say, for example, 2 months, all right, and you guys have been playing 50 games a day and you guys been winning 25 of the 25 games you have been playing, you're choosing to run with them at that point if you're playing 50 damn games a day. And if you're the best player on the team, then you got a lot of options, my guy. If you're averaging double-digit points, then you have a shit ton of options. You just gotta be willing to put winning first ahead of who you play with. And if people still think you're not good enough to play with them and you're stuck on that team that you don't want to be playing with every time, then go to my other tip video, which will be linked in the description. Okay, that will individually improve your game overall, man. It's pretty dope. Anyhow, let's move on to tip number 3, which is probably my favorite tip out of all of these. It's true because it rhymes, This game doesn't take a lot of IQ, but if you're that one player that is always, making mistakes, then I recommend using this option. This will apply to those people that struggle with consistent shooting on mobile and PC. God, I hope not PC and Xbox. If you're opened and there's another guy open, use that brain of yours and make that good pass. Just because you are open and you can take that shot, literally use your brain. If you've been missing all your shots, just make that pass. It's okay if you can't shoot 24/7 like others can. It's okay because at that point, if the defense isn't as retarded as I hope it isn't, they'll leave you open and just double team the other main scorer, which will give you less stress on having to make contested shots where you can just set up your shot in that corner, that beautiful corner, you know what I'm saying, and just knock it down. And even if you miss, that's alright, you'll get it next time. And if you somehow miss again, the only time the defense will ever double team you is if your team is winning. But even if you still continue to brick, yikes. Alright, moving on to tip number 4. This is by far my favorite, the 4v4 courts, which I love playing on because I have a higher chance of winning more games than I can possibly count. And the reason behind that is because of how our defense is mainly set up. If you're running with a squad of 4 that you guys are good friends with, then you guys should obviously take advantage of this goddamn perfection of defense. For example, this is how me and my friends are, the 4 guys that we did streak up when we hit the 38 game streak. Percy was on the right corner, mainly in that area. Stat was on PG. Kenny was on the left side of the court, trapping the corner shooters, and me, I was in the middle, denying any pass that they got in the middle and trapping the left and right corners every time they go for an angle shot. If that's not perfection at its best, the fact that we went 38-0 on the fours court and we spent 5 hours on that damn game with a set offense of me in the paint getting the ball and kicking out to shooters or just dunking if it was game point, and having 3 other guys on the damn team ready to ISO if they needed to do that because of the shot clock, right? If you guys can have a set offense like that where you guys don't need to change it 24/7 because of the defense, and you are playing high defense, aka high zone defense on the opposition, and you guys are also in a voice call, then you guys will accomplish a lot. Which leads us to tip number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Communication is key at all times when you're trying to win games or when you're just trying to get good at winning, basically. That's all I gotta say. Everybody's trying to get good at the game, then eventually get good at winning games, you know? And if you're playing team games, you need to be in a VC if you want to win games, you know what I'm saying? Me and Stat and Percy are the only ones that actually don't need to be on a VC with our duo, aka Stat, back in 2021, because we played with each other so damn much that it didn't matter if we were or not. And that's what I want you guys to be able to do, so you guys have no excuses to use when you guys lose. And the fact of the matter is, there should be no excuses, alright? Communication isn't easy at first, but it will be when you actually are grinding to win. And tip number 1 applies to this as well, because VC scolding is way worse than in-game scolding. And number 6 is, don't trash talk people that are individually better than you are, because at that point you're just begging for a loss at that point. If one guy scores double digits on you and your duo, or any other guy, maybe 4s or 3s, and he individually wrecked y'all that bad, and you guys are calling him individually ass, that's messed up, my guy. Because maybe he was running with his friends and maybe not the guys that he normally runs with, because I've had this happen where there was guys talking shit to me, right? And I pulled with my squad and they hopped immediately because they're all good. They're all my level. That's why I wouldn't recommend you guys, you know, trash talking an individual guy, because if he pulls up with a squad and you're all about winning, my guy, he gonna be fuming, dog, and he gonna be putting you off that court. And that's why I added this tip, because I've seen it happen way more than I actually care to count now. And with that said and out of the way, guys, I just want to say, please take this into strong consideration and try it out for yourself, you know, because from my last video that hit 20k views, you know, I've gotten a lot of good positive feedback on how much progress they made, and it works apparently according to a lot of them. If you guys made it to this far in the video, then please drop a sub and a like. I will be posting more fire interesting content, you know, then consider watching my other videos. I know it may not be as good as this one, but it will be better in the future. Until next time, we'll soon be balling out with another video. Peace.